Yes, everybody, AB7 here and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, it's been a while since we've done one of these Q&As. Today we're joined by Dan Jones, Port Vale defender, to talk about a few questions, why he started, what football clubs he's been to, etc. So Dan, how are you?
Yes, mate, I'm not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks. We'll just get straight into it. And what did you really want to do when you were a kid? What did you want to do maybe younger? Was it football?
No, not really. I wanted to be a cowboy when I was a kid. As much as you can be one of them. That's all I wanted to be growing up, and then somehow I've ended up doing this. Bit different, isn't it?
Yeah. That's an unusual answer. One of the first ones we got. So what made you start football then?
My dad just played football with me outside my house and stuff like that. And then all my mates started playing it around the local leisure centres and stuff, and I wasn't really bothered, but then I just didn't want to be left out, so I went and joined in and I was all right.
Yeah. Are there any sports you enjoyed as well? Any sports that you wanted to pursue, or was it just football for you?
I liked playing tennis when I was a kid and athletics, stuff like that. Javelin and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. We've heard the story about your javelin.
Yeah. Well, nah, that's about it. But
any other academical interests, or is it just football?
None of them. Wasn't very good at school. You got to stick in. So.
Yeah. Did you join any clubs? When did you join the club, etc.?
I joined my local team when I was 11.
Yeah.
That was my first team, and we won everything. And then I joined Sunderland as a kid.
All right. How did you get seen, scouted there?
We played a friendly against them for some reason, and we got beat 23-0. But I think I was the only one that didn't give up. So.
Well, you remember that one off by heart, don't you?
I ended up joining them for 5 years. So.
You remember that one off by heart, don't you?
Exactly. You've got to not give up.
Yeah. How did you find academy football at Sunderland, going from your local grassroots team to Sunderland?
I didn't enjoy it as much. I preferred playing with my mates and stuff like that. I didn't really like going to train for it, but it was a good experience and I wouldn't change it. But I just wanted to be with my mates playing football, really.
How did Sunderland end up? Were you at the end of the 5 years? Were you released? How did it end up?
Yeah, I got released when I was 15. Got told I was too small.
Academies, honestly.
Stuff like that. Just all the reasons and stuff like that. So I went back to playing with my mates and then started enjoying football again.
Yeah.
And then I ended up at Hartlepool, I think. From there, yeah.
How did you get to Hartlepool then?
I was playing for a team called Wallsend Boys Club up Newcastle way, up my neck of the woods, and just like I say, scouts and stuff like that. I came to watch and I got a bit of interest. So I went and trained with them, and they offered me a contract. So I didn't have to go and do anything else apart from play football. So I did that instead of going to college or university.
Did you find it frustrating going from academy at Sunderland, where you were playing with the best in your area, and then going to your local Sunday team where you may not have been with the most talented players?
Not really, no, because the team I went to, we beat all the academy teams. There was a lot of lads that were in the same place and dropped out or been let go, and that's where you went, and we beat a lot of them teams. So it was quite enjoyable to play in, and like I said, there was a lot of players that were the same type of situation as me, so. It was a good one to play in, a good team to play in.
And obviously, you just mentioned that you got picked up by Hartlepool as well, and then actually made it through to the first team. How did that feel to sign your first pro contract?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Obviously, it's my local team. I'm from around there, and it was just one of them where it's 18-year-old signed my first professional contract with them, and yeah. Excited to do it. It's a long time ago. I remember it, but yeah, I was excited and happy that I earned the deal I got.
Was it a scary time or more exciting?
It was daunting the first time you walk out and play in front of crowds and stuff like that, because obviously as a kid you don't really play in front of anyone and stuff like that, and it's not real, like Sunderland wasn't stadiums and stuff like that, and you didn't have to do all the stuff beforehand, so it was a bit daunting, but I wouldn't say scary or anything like that. It's just you enjoy it, you soak it all in, and then especially if you win after it, it just goes on to the next one, and you enjoy yourself every time.
How much did your life change outside of football, becoming a pro and getting a real job and whatnot?
Nothing really at this level, mate. I say it's not as glamorous as everyone says. Everyone thinks anyway. It's just the same. Like I say, my life didn't change much. I just still live with my mum and dad and stuff like that, and just saw my mates at the time. Obviously, I couldn't do the things they were doing. Growing up, you have to sacrifice some things and stuff like that if you want to do that, and it's what you want to do, but it's worth it in the end if that is the case.
Did it change you as a person, like how you thought the world now?
I was quite shy. I'm quite shy, really. I'm always quite shy as a kid and stuff like that. It just makes you come out your shell, really. And the environment. Exactly. Makes you come out your shell.
3 years at Hartlepool with 37 appearances, and then you got released. What was that like again?
That was probably one of the worst ones for me, because obviously it was my hometown. I've been there for a long time. I've been there for 5 years altogether, with including my scholarships and stuff like that. So it was quite hard. I knew a lot of people there that I'd been there that long with. So it was more frustrating that I had to leave, because they said it wasn't for any other reason, and I was too comfortable there and stuff like that, that I needed to go out and experience other things. So, but it done me a favour in the end.
Yeah.
I say it brought me out my shell and stuff like that, got me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. You picked up by Grimsby then and loaned out to Gateshead and AFC Fylde. Would you say that?
Yeah, yeah. You've got your facts right here, haven't you?
They're only the best here, mate. You picked up by Grimsby and loaned out to Gateshead and AFC Fylde. Would you say that being loaned out was a tough experience with the physicality in non-league, something you haven't experienced, or something you didn't experience?
No, not really, because like I say, I played when I was at Hartlepool. It was more men's football. It wasn't people my own age. I was 18. I was playing in like reserve games with people who were 25, 26, 30s, stuff like that, coming back from injury. So it wasn't a shock, like physicality and stuff like that. It was just, obviously it was different, like I say, going out on loan for the first time and stuff like that. You weren't part, you're not really part of that to start with, via that team. So you've got to make friends and show people what you can do and get them on board.
How did you find your loan moves? Like
I said, they weren't for very long, so I didn't. Gates said one now, and we moved back up home, so that was quite nice. And I knew a few people there and stuff, obviously from being up there. Fylde one, I enjoyed that. To be fair, I played a few games, and I think that was the year they won the National League North or something like that. But I enjoyed it all together. Like I say, I am quite shy and reserved, so I didn't really branch out much when I was there. But it was experience, and I enjoyed it.
It must have been an experience to get with people that aren't necessarily the best players in the world, obviously, but aren't the worst at the same time. Like, experience to show that you're a bit about your level, and to come down to see some of the other level must have been. Yeah,
like I say, it's all different everywhere you go, isn't it? But like I say, at the end of the day, everyone's doing it for the same reason. It's a glamorous job at the end of the day, isn't it? But people at that level and the level we're at are doing it to provide for families and stuff like that, and just day-to-day stuff, really. But like I say, it does open your eyes a bit more when you grow up to doing it.
You moved to Barrow now. Now, I would call this a breakthrough season for you. 74 appearances and 4 goals, which for a defender, that isn't bad, to be fair. What are your thoughts on Barrow? Pardon?
It's not bad for a centre-half, that.
Yeah, no, it's not at all.
Yeah, I'd obviously had 2 years there. I enjoyed my second year. I didn't enjoy the first year so much.
How come?
Just obviously we weren't doing very well the first year. We just avoided relegation on the, was it second to last game of the season or something like that, and it just off the field things with the club, behind the scenes and stuff like that, it wasn't very good, and I didn't have a good time and experience with it, being put on the transfer list and finding out by Twitter and stuff like that. So, but obviously it all changed in the second year, and I really enjoyed that second year, and we played some good football, and yeah, like I say, it probably helped me in my career so far, doing that, dropping down the level and working my way back up.
You moved to Salford. What made you move from Barrow to Salford? Because what you've just said to me, Barrow were just getting good. So what made you go to Salford?
I think it was obviously what the club was, and obviously there was a lot of media and stuff about them, and a club on the up, and obviously they went up that season as well, so they were the league above, and it just was attractive at the time. Obviously it was closer to home for me, and just all factors like that. And obviously I thought it was going to be a good move for me, but I was wrong.
Did you not enjoy it then at Salford?
No, not really, mate.
How come?
I got myself injured on one of the last few games of the season at Barrow, and I signed for them injured, and I didn't get enough time really to recover when I was chucked into the middle of pre-season, and it just brought me down really, injury-wise. I never really recovered from it, and I didn't get enough time to come back really.
Short spell at Salford, and then you're back out to Barrow. What?
Yeah, I went back on loan for the back end of the season. I think I played about 5 games, and then obviously COVID hit, so that was the end of that. But I knew a lot of people at Barrow and the manager and stuff like that, and a lot of players there, and it was obviously that's the year they won the National League, and it was just something to try and enjoy playing football again, I think.
What were the 5 games like at Barrow?
Barrow, have you ever been to Barrow?
No, actually, no, I haven't.
Windy and cold, that's all I'll say. That's what they were.
Can't get more windy and cold than Stoke.
Have a trip to Barrow, and then tell me what you think.
The loan spell at Barrow, you were crowned champions of non-league. Thoughts on that?
Yeah. Obviously, I only played a few games in that season, so it was mainly down to the other lads that were there that year. I played, like I said, 5 games from January till February, but they played. Obviously, they were a good footballing side that year, and they rightly won the league. But to say I was a part of them going forward was nice to see.
You were later loaned out to Harrogate and won the 2020 FA Trophy final over Concord. Is it Concord Rangers?
Concord Rangers,
yeah. But like 2 trophies on the bounce at 2 different clubs. What was that like?
I got to play at Wembley, didn't I? Didn't play any of the game apart from the final, so that was quite a nice experience. That was good, yeah. Obviously, again, other lads that had got the team to that point and got the club to that final, but it was nice to experience the day at Wembley and obviously win the trophy.
Bit of a trophy run at the minute for you at that point.
Hopefully it carries on, eh?
Yeah, well, promotion, fingers crossed. So how would you sum up Port Vale going for you so far then, Dan?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Like I say, I've not been at a club like this before, with everything, obviously, what the club's about, what we want to do, the fans and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying my time here, and I think you can tell, really, by performances on the pitch and at the start of the season anyway.
I mean, the fans love you at long throws. It's just hopefully we can get some on them from now on.
Yeah, it'd be nice if someone could head one, wouldn't it? Yeah, keep going on and all every day.
Do you particularly know anyone that you're best mates with at Vale? Like any good relationships?
Everyone just gets on together. There's no one who you wouldn't speak to or you wouldn't sit next to or you can just chat to about anything. Like I say, everyone, you walk in the morning, everyone's hello morning. But that's just not players, that's in the whole club. Obviously, we train at the ground and stuff like that. And you see very many different faces every day. So it's a friendly club, really. There's no one who doesn't talk to anyone.
So looking back at what we've said and looking back on your whole career from when you first started at Sunday to now, how would you sum up your career? Would you say it's been a successful career?
Personally, no, because I'd have liked to play a lot more games by now and stuff like that. But I've hopefully still got a long time left to be able to achieve what I want to and play a lot of games well and achieve what we want to start and with what we want to do this season.
Obviously, as a kid, your dream league is to play in the Champions League, win the Champions League, Premier League. Were you like that? Were you wanting to be the highest of the highest?
Not really, no. I've not really, like I say, people set things like that, don't even want what they want to do, the dream and stuff like that. I'm not really like that. I don't think like that. I just try to take every day as it comes, sort of thing.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, just chilled out, I mean, don't really need. But sometimes it can be a downfall, sometimes it's not, but it's just what I've always been like. I don't get too carried away with things.
Look, this has been one of the funniest Q&As I've ever filmed. You've got a really good sense of humour. We are going to wrap that one up there. Pardon?
It's been my pleasure, mate.
We are going to wrap that one up there, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Go over to Dan Jones' Instagram. Dan,
I don't have a clue what it is, mate. I'm not very technical, as you can tell, because it took me an hour to get on here.
Search up Dan Jones. I'm sure it'll come up with him. Give him a cheeky follow. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to stay tuned for the vlog tomorrow. I'll see you in a bit.